Portfolio Manager, one of CyberCube's flagship products, has been recognised in awards for innovation. I'm Yvette Essen, Head of Content and Communications and Creative for CyberCube. And joining me to talk about Portfolio Manager is Jon Laux. Jon is Vice President of Analytics. Can you tell me a little bit about Portfolio Manager? When was it launched and what does it aim to do?
Portfolio Manager was launched early in 2018. It is a cyber catastrophe model, by which I mean it is a model designed to help organizations, mainly insurance organizations, identify potential sources of accumulation risk and to be able to quantify their financial exposure to that risk should what we might think of as cyber catastrophe events occur. One of the main ways that we do that is through what we call single points of failure. That concept might be analogous to the digital version, say, of fault lines or coastlines, if you think about earthquakes or hurricanes. What we do in cyber is we look at those single points of failure, we identify the organizations that may be reliant on them, and then we think about different kinds of scenarios in which a threat actor, as we'd say, might be attacking or revealing a vulnerability in those single points of failure in a way that could cause a potentially significant amount of insurance claims.
You mentioned that Portfolio Manager was launched in 2018. How has it matured since then?
Portfolio Manager has matured a lot as the cyber market overall has matured over that time. We've added new event classes over time, so different ways that we anticipate cyber risk could aggregate against different kinds of single points of failure. That's been one important innovation in the model. We've added additional granularity that customers are able to provide to us as part of their upload process of working with us, as well as granularity that we develop through the use of the data sets and the analytics that we do on the back of that data. I'd also mention we've built a really robust model validation process with the model. It's one thing to have a model, but we also think it's important to evaluate how it's doing and how accurate and useful it is in its view of risk that we provide back to our customers. And that's something that's been an important addition as well.
So who is using Portfolio Manager?
Our primary concentration of customers is, of course, for the cyber insurance industry. That can be, in the case of Portfolio Manager, that can be insurance carriers. It can be reinsurance brokers. It can be, of course, reinsurers. We're excited it now includes the insurance-linked securities world, so catastrophe bond investors and the like. And there's growing interest beyond insurance from the likes of the public sector as well, government entities that are looking to identify what role they can play in helping work with the private sector to mitigate cyber risk. So all of those kinds of organizations are amongst our clients.
Now, Portfolio Manager version 5, the current version that we're on, will have lots and lots of different features, but perhaps you could highlight just a few of the key ones.
The cyber market has users that run the gamut, from extremely sophisticated insurance organizations to organizations that might just kind of be dipping a toe in the water and wanting to understand it. And so one of the things that we did with version 5 was we organized the entirety of our event catalog into higher level event families. And that served several purposes, but one of them was to make just the basic findings and understanding of the model more accessible, even to people who aren't cyber experts or aren't technical in nature. So that could be, again, those toe in the water people or chief executives at just about any organization that haven't necessarily had the time to dig into the same depth. So I think that's an important accessibility point of the model. We've also wanted to ensure the model continues to be relevant and up to date in terms of the policy language and coverage concerns that are always evolving in cyber risk. And so we've added some of the opportunity to use some of the sublimits that are more current in today's market. One that we particularly called attention to was the widespread event language. That's been a newer innovation in the market in terms of identifying and sequestering risk based on those kinds of things. So that would be another example.
Thank you for the overview of Portfolio Manager. Now, more information about all our products as well as Portfolio Manager can be found on our website, www.cybercube.com. For CyberCube, I'm Yvette Essen.